We're with Orly. She's going to show us a creative way to preserve and cherish our heirloom family recipes with DIY recipe tea towels. These are 2 DIYs in one day for you.
Yeah,
Technically 3, because your other one was kind of like 2 in 1.
So 3 DIYs in a day.
I know.
So I'm better than kind of average.
You're above average.
Above average.
Yeah.
This is way above average, though.
This is really special, and what I love so much about this is that you can take the recipes that really mean something to you. You can commemorate them in a way that you can use on a daily basis, or just hang them somewhere really special. This recipe card right here is one of my mom's recipe cards, and this is her spinach artichoke dip. And I remember this artichoke appetizer because, first of all, I love all the like ink blots. Like you could tell she had it there when she was doing it, so like water got on it and stuff. But what I love so much is that I remember when my parents would entertain and we would have people over the house, like I knew it was going to be a good night when she made this because it was in this like really fancy glass dish, and like it was really hot and we weren't allowed to touch it because it was like too hot for a little while, and it just was like a special night when she was going to make it. And so I love it, and to me it was really special to be able to put here. I did the whole thing, which is cool because you can see the actual card on the towel. So whether you do it this way or something simple like this one down here, which is just really kind of dainty and handwritten, you know, either way, it's really a sweet
I must say, though, this is a great way to document what's called cursive handwriting for those.
What is it?
Right.
Cursive handwriting, yeah.
Spelled with a K?
Yes.
You're not familiar with it.
Got it.
Right. Exactly. It's less of the text.
Almost like calligraphy.
Right. Almost. Yeah.
Fancy.
Exactly. So what do we need to make these?
Okay, so what you need is obviously the recipe. If you're gonna do something like this, you wanna scan it in and then mirror the image. So this is the way that it went in. You can see this looks like gibberish because it is mirrored. And this has been printed now on fabric transfer sheets. So you can see this is the back side. So when you buy the fabric transfer sheets, there'll be a line on the back. So follow the directions on your printer. Ours feeds this way.
Yep.
So we put it face down, it'll feed in this way. And because it's meant for light fabric, what it's actually gonna do is it's gonna transfer the text right onto the image, as opposed to for dark colored fabrics, the whole thing gets stuck on like this. So you don't invert for dark, you only invert for light.
And that's an inkjet printer, right?
Yes, an inkjet printer. Yeah, exactly. So now I've trimmed off any excess and you're just gonna iron it. I pre-ironed this one a little bit because it really does need to be ironed a lot. I would say, you know, I always do it like about a minute and I'm sure that's enough, and then it's not. So I pre-ironed it a little bit. If you do this, let's say you iron it quite a bit and then you walk away and come back and it's cooled, it's gonna be very hard to peel. So you wanna make sure you reheat it, because then it peels really nice and
Otherwise it might get stuck and there'll be little breaks in it.
And are we talking cotton? Are we talking, I guess,
does it matter?
Type of towel?
Yeah, actually, towels are like this.
Yeah, it actually does, because like if you think of a terry cloth towel, you can't really transfer an image onto that. It's all bumpy and the long pile. So you want something like this that's a nice smooth surface, whether it's linen or cotton, just something really nice and even. Now let's see if it's ready.
Do you think it's hot enough?
Yeah, and always like the corner you're gonna start on, give it like an extra little zhuzh.
Little zhuzh at the end, okay.
Now let's see, we will.
And you would know it needs more heat if what?
Like here you can see it's peeling there, see only part of it. So now I would just go and I can just do a little bit longer. Yeah. So if it just takes another minute, you're just gonna take another minute.
But we're gonna take the time to do this because this is an important recipe.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm gonna give it another minute.
So you would, while you're doing it, even though you put it on there long enough, you want to peel it while it's still hot.
Yes, yeah, because so while it's hot, it's like you know what? I don't know if you remember, we did foil letters a while back on that big,
on the shower curtain.
And as soon as we let one cool, it didn't peel that well. So you just want to make sure you're really peeling it when it's hot. I'm going to give it another shot. If it's still not ready, I don't want to rush it.
And we'll just move to the
and I'll show you how we did a little bit of the dye.
border.
So let's see if this is good.
There you go.
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's
so
still not quite ready.
Ooh, but that's okay. Look at that.
Yeah, so you can see actually it is transferring a good amount on, but I want all that ink.
Yeah.
So all of that ink will disappear on there.
It should. So it would have been even more. So see, I'm going to wait and I'm going to finish it in a minute. But I do want to show you a little bit of the color. Yeah.
How did you do that border? That's really pretty.
So all I've done is I've taken some fabric dye and diluted with a little bit of water. And you can see this is a really big brush. You don't need anything fancy because you kind of want, like, I'll show you here. Let me just show you as opposed to telling you. When I go like this, I want to get in a nice saturated border, because what's going to happen is it's going to sort of seep up. It's going to like fuse up delicately. So if you take a look at this orange one down here, I just did it on the edge and you can see how it really softly dipped up, which looks really, I don't know, like
Vintagey.
Yes, like,
I like
very
it.
like
Yeah.
custom and vintage and really cool. On this one, because my mom's had the inked out, like the bled out ink, I wanted to mimic that a little bit. So not only did I add a little blue, but this is how you would do it. You would just saturate your brush, let a little bit drip, and then use the top of your finger like this. And I'm just gonna
Just like that.
Just drop.
drop
And
it.
it'll spread like
Exactly. And it'll go, you'll get the little drops. You
absorb.
can also kind of
Sure.
go like this if you want more. But otherwise, you're just going to drop it like this and give it all the time it needs to dry, which isn't much because it's such a thin towel.
Sorry, the
Right.
paint is what? It's a fabric paint?
No, it's fabric dye.
Fabric dye.
Fabric
Oh, it's
dye.
dye, correct.
Yep, so it will dye it. So.
Well, now what about caring for these and washing these?
Yeah.
So I would say that you should either hand wash or delicate cycle.
Okay.
Because it's the fabric transfer sheets are meant for fashion, so they are allowed to go in the washing machine. They're like special, so just put them on
Yeah.
a delicate cycle or hand wash them. But again, like for me, I'm gonna hang this one in my kitchen and I'm not gonna use it just because
Sure.
I want it to hang there. In that case, you obviously don't have to worry
It's more
about.
like a piece of art.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Exactly.
Pretty, Orly.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you.